Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Can you hear me now? No, but did you know the camera's on right now?
Yes.
They opened with a crotch shot. I don't appreciate that.
That wasn't my crotch. What are you talking about?
Well, whatever it was unpleasant. I'm watching the basketball game. I heard you talk. I look over, a crotch right in my face. Like, what the hell's going on here? What kind of podcast are we recording, man?
Once again,
what the hell?
Wasn't a crotch.
Oh, I'll be having nightmares for days to come. That's all I know. Like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. Good Lord.
Welcome to the Stuff and Junk Show, where we share our opinions on random subjects from interesting news, social topics, pop culture, our likes and dislikes, things you've seen, heard, or read, what we did, and what we do. You know, stuff and junk. Hello, my name is Albert.
This is Jiaming.
Anna.
What's with that answer, Anna? Jeez. Are you not happy to be here? What the heck?
I don't know. It just came out that way. Sorry. This is Anna.
Did you want to take a day? You want to take a day off? I mean, nobody's forcing you at gunpoint here. All right. Take it easy.
No, I'm good.
So this past...
Albert is holding me at gunpoint.
Yeah,
so.
Easy, guys.
It wouldn't be a gun. So over the weekend, Ballerina, John Wick experience. What do they call it? What's the full title? A John Wick story or whatever?
I was gonna mention this too, because you know how on my notes app I write every new TV show and every movie I watch. Do I have to write down the full title for the Ballerina? Because the full title is from John Wick? Ballerina.
Oh, it's from the world of John Wick, Ballerina.
They give it the full Star Wars treatment, right? What was Solo? Star Wars.
A Star Wars story. That one seems to be not as much of a mouthful like this one is. You know,
they're all terrible.
They're all terrible.
Yeah.
Well, my point is that Ballerina came out. You watched it, Jiaming, I'm assuming?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So, critic scores was decently low. The lowest of all the John Wicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the audience score was on par with the highest of the John Wicks, which was chapter 4, 93%.
And the box office met the two in the middle, I think. From what I could tell.
Yeah, speaking of box office, I don't think this is beating Final Destination Bloodlines.
It's not.
Yeah.
Dang it.
It's the
biggest surprise of the year so far, that Final Destination.
Yeah, it is. So, but if it wasn't for that, it's striking to not beat Final Destination in the summer movie major. But my point is that the question goes here is, do people still care about reviews before consuming something or watching something or playing something or listening to something? Or do they care more about what people say after they've consumed it?
I have no idea. How to gauge anything in terms of what movies people are going to watch anymore. Like I said, I was blindsided by Final Destination, which got good reviews and stuff like that. And this one, I just don't know anymore. You know what I mean? I understand how.
Before you move on, I think it's fair to the listeners if we liked or didn't like Ballerina. I liked it. Personally. By the end of the movie, I did like the movie. The beginning, but by the end of it,
it's what I've heard. I've heard by the end everyone likes it, and I'm like, wow, okay, well, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
it's one of those movies. Oh, sorry. It's just one of those movies that's nothing about it. It's overly offensive. You know what I mean? Right. Overly bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've read before going into it. I read they did a lot of reshoots and blah blah blah. And whoever did the reshoots, whoever did the cinematography, and whoever edited it together did a good job. You can't really tell. You can't tell on certain parts, but it's not a glaring like you say this is from this movie, that movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. It all looks the same. You know what I mean? There's obviously a point where they it's hard to explain, but I'll say it this way: the movie itself is very much plays out like a video game. You know what I mean? You're action character, and you're walking. Right. You go into a room. You gotta fight everybody in that room, and then you gotta look for little equipment. You know what I mean? Fight all the little stuff, and then you're walking. Then you go into another room and you fight. But those are, to me, you can tell those are maybe some stuff they reshot. You know what I mean? It's kind of easy way to reshoot it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's essentially John Wick. I mean, John Wick. Yeah. Most of the John Wicks is exactly like this, right?
But this is really too much, man. Like, how many kitchens? How many shacks? How many like little places, rooms that she went into had to get like a. But I'll tell you, whatever people think. There's one fight in the middle of it and stuff like that. It's spectacular.
It involves grenades.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, that's an amazing scene. Love the
I've
scene.
heard really good things about that scene, and I haven't even watched the movie.
Yeah, that's the moment of the movie. I'm like, you know what? I think I like this movie.
Yeah, it won me over, man.
Wow.
Because just like I said, she's in that room and she's looking for a gun.
Hey, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers.
It was like, hey, grenades. Hey,
all you gotta say is grenades, but no more spoilers.
I know what it is, but I can't say it. Can I?
It's so fun. It's fun. Anyway, back to the
on that point. Okay, we're addressing whether people still care about reviews before consuming something and not after. Go on.
The only thing I know for sure is I know kids' movies are sort of review proof. I understand that. That's the only thing that's a constant. You know what I mean? Like nobody thought much of Minecraft as far as reviews. Same thing with Lilo and Stitch. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, those are the two biggest box successes of the year. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing I know.
How's Lilo doing?
Still good.
Doing good?
Yeah, still good.
Really?
Yeah.
It's easily going to be a top 2 of the summer.
Yeah.
So far.
Anna, Jiaming saying top 2. No, me and Anna are saying top 1. No matter what.
Yeah. I'm still counting those dopey dinosaurs, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
Oh, come on, dopey dinosaurs. I don't know.
Good Lord. Yeah. I'm feeling less and less confident about those dopey dinosaurs, man, because we're getting in that 3 week before. I'm not hearing any buzz, positive, negative, and I don't think they have the IMAX screens during that week.
They don't
because of F1.
No, F1, yeah.
Oh, I'm hearing great things about F1.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the point. Go ahead, Jiaming.
That's my point. The only thing I know that's review proof is family movies. You know what I mean? Very, very big 4-quadrant family movies. Everything else, I don't know. I don't know how reviews affect anything.
How about you, Anna? What are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. Every time I really like a movie and I go online and I see the reviews and it's absolutely hated.
But this is after you've seen the movie, right?
After I've seen the movie,
okay,
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, see.
I don't know. I can't say I'm not. I can't say I'm not dissuaded by bad reviews, but it kind of like I try to go as open minded as I can.
Oh, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking is, do people still care about reviews at all before they consume something?
Well, I think they do, at least for my people.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I also will say when it's closer to the end of the year, awards time, I think that kind of the reviews affect that demographic. You know what I mean? The people that are kind of a little bit more serious about film, a little bit, award season. That's when those people kind of lock in, and you know what I mean. So, but other than that, I have no idea how a box office and reviews that coordination, that relationship anymore, that dynamic.
I can say, like, if I try to convince someone to go see a movie, they're like, "No, the reviews are bad. I won't see it." And I'm like, "Oh, you got to see it."
Oh, interesting.
But they won't because the reviews are bad. And I'm like, "All right, well, you know what? I respect that."
Yeah. Okay. And also back in the day, there was one reviewer, Roger Ebert, that was sort of like like the benchmark for reviews. You know what I mean? Whatever reviews, good or bad, you cover around his orbit. You know what I mean? So there's a guiding light almost. But now, who's that? Can you think of a movie reviewer that really has that kind of sway or that kind of like influence in the public? You know what I mean? So
okay. The reason why I go with this cap is actually because I'm that way, where I don't really care about reviews before watching something. Because I've given up on reviews because as much as they say no spoilers, they're spoilers, right? They just can't help themselves. So I tend to avoid reviews, watch the movie, and then I'm curious to see what people said after I watched the movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
And in a way, it's kind of the way we do things in the podcast, is we do our review after the movie. Because because my philosophy is that people may want to find out what we thought about the movie we just saw after they've seen it, that kind of thing. So I fall in that camp where it's like I don't really care about the reviews. I'll go to see the movie and then I care to see what they said. It was that kind of a thing. Tangentially, the reason why this also came up is because the Nintendo Switch 2 came out, and famously in the gaming community they were arguing about how come Nintendo isn't letting people review this before they sell it. Right? It's like, what are they hiding? That kind of thing. But the point is that it still sells like hotcakes. So clearly reviews didn't matter because if you wanted one, you were going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I understand Nintendo's approach because I mean, I saw those things where people were lining up at midnight to buy and stuff like that. So
yeah.
What difference can reviews make? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
Yeah.
And once again, the audience reactions to stuff can be very different than what the reviewers say. Point out is, but once again, Ballerina, 93% on Rotten Tomato audience score, 71% for the critics score, which I think is a little lower than it should be. But yeah, there's a gulf in between the two once again. And I think in this kind of movie, there is no controversy around it, right? This isn't like, oh, they're making John Wick female or whatever. There hasn't been any controversy from what I've heard. So there isn't anything about like people stacking up the reviews or, review bombing it. Nothing like that. This is just completely straight on. This is the audience review and this is the critics review. And there we go. So, yeah. Either way, go see Ballerina. If you like John Wick, go see Ballerina. If you don't like John Wick, I don't know why you would. So, yeah. All right. It's the 881st episode of the show, and as of this recording, it's currently 2:48 a.m., June 9, 2025, in Drakensberg, South Africa. And it's time to take a look and see what's up. Oh, I'm waiting for Rudy going, what's up? Damn it. But anyways, are you guys still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. In Drakensberg, South Africa, that is the place where Tom Cruise did the stunt where he jumped off essentially the biplane, right? Not really much of a spoiler, but the reason why I bring this up because it actually earned him a Guinness World Record. So he set the record for most burning parachute jumps by an individual after jumping out of a helicopter 16 times. With a fuel-soaked chute set ablaze in a stunt for the final installment in the action franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this guy is just like racking up the accolades here. Yeah.
So for that final stunt, the two planes sequence, he had to they end the sequence with him jumping off one of the planes, right?
Yeah.
So he had to do that 16 times.
Yeah, I mean he did it.
So
I think the stunt itself required him to jump off the helicopter, but they made it seem like it's from the plane. But
right.
Yeah. But 16 times. I think when I was watching that as well, I'm like, was that even necessary?
Yeah.
It seemed like overkill, right? When you saw it too, Jiaming?
Well, everything about Mission Impossible and Tom Cruise's stunt is a bit much.
So unnecessary.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, it got him a Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
So was there somebody who did it 15 times and they just did it one more time, or what?
Yeah.
I do not know. It doesn't really say here what the previous record was, but yeah, 75,000 feet. Good for him. Congratulations, Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Nintendo Switch, as mentioned earlier, there was a problem that happened in one of the stores in Staten Island, New York, and apparently people were coming home with their Nintendo Switch 2, and there were puncture holes in them. And the reason for that is because the GameStop that was selling those Nintendo Switch 2 and in Staten Island, New York, stapled the receipt on the box, right? So, and apparently the box case is so thin that the staple goes straight through the box and onto the screen of the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So, a lot of people were complaining. GameStop said they will go ahead and replace it for them, as they probably should, right?
Yeah.
On the gaming internets, they were kind of like trying to say, who's to blame for this? Was it Nintendo for designing the fact that they put the screen right underneath the cardboard box and without any coverings? Or is it GameStop because they're stapling a box? Who would you say is at fault here?
I think it's on Nintendo.
Okay.
Yeah, why would you ship such an expensive product without the proper protection?
Yeah.
So it could have broken at any point during the shipping process to get here?
It could have. I mean, there's been no reports of that happening. But
not yet.
But I assume it's unfair to assume that the GameStop employees will understand that the screen is so.
They don't know.
Yeah, it's so underneath the cardboard that you probably shouldn't staple that thing, right? So
when we do drop shipping for customers, we usually we take the merchandise out because we do. Let's back up a little bit. We do like small kitchen appliances. Like, so if there's like a toaster that comes in a master carton of 8, when we take it out of the master carton, so there's an individual toaster, and then we put it into another like a brown box, and we ship it to the customer. But for that, we put a little bit of extra packaging, you know what I mean, to protect it and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is, it's usually on the onus is on us. You know what I mean? The onus is like whoever the person that's right before the customer gets it. You know what I mean? So wait, hold on a second. Wait, it's not my point. Yeah. Sorry.
I think I got it. The onus is on the person who shipped it out.
Yeah.
Which in this case is Nintendo.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But yeah. You're supposed to have, because there's supposed to be like a film, because the screen got punctured, right?
Right.
So there should be like an extra film or an extra little polyfoam. There should be a little bit. There should be a little protection there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, haven't they learned from the phone companies have learned this? Like whenever they ship the box, the phone is facing down, right, so that the screen doesn't get damaged. So that phone, I mean, the screen is facing down, so it doesn't get damaged in those kind of situation or potential situation. And even then, there's an extra styrofoam or whatever layer on top of that, so that there's extra padding. But I guess Nintendo chipped out and they went for this slim cardboard design for their shipping thing. But yeah, so
also I understand the Best Buy person stapling on
GameStop.
the receipt. Yeah, GameStop on the thing too, because it's a very expensive item that you definitely want the receipt for. You know what I mean? The receipt, you can't just hand it to them or put it in a bag and stuff like that. It's a receipt that's worth potentially a lot of money in return. So yeah, I think it's on Nintendo.
Yeah, I agree. I blame everything on Nintendo. They raised the game prices and now they're doing this. All right, going back to China here, there is a factory called, what's this factory called? This is Unit 3 Robotics. Unit 3 Robotics had an incident regarding one of their H1 humanoid robots. Right, I guess they were doing some kind of like maintenance on the robot. It was hanging on a rack or something like that.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah,
and then suddenly the arms start flailing, the legs start moving as if it's like trying to escape. Like let me out.
He thought it was Judgment Day already. Is it time? Is it time for the revolution?
Yeah,
he got activated.
He got activated. Yeah. It says right here is caught on camera, which there's a link on the show notes if you want to watch it. The H1 suddenly began moving erratically, flailing its limbs and even kicking as it appeared to push forward aggressively, almost as if it were trying to escape. Mm-hmm. This is the start, man. This is the start. Yes. The robots are gonna rule the world after this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anna, thoughts? Anna's gone.
Yeah, it's nappy time.
Oh, is that why she's mute?
Oh,
there she is.
Sorry, I was muted. No thoughts.
No thoughts. Okay. Mute herself again. Do you guys remember Slice Soda?
Slice Soda?
Yeah, Slice.
Sounds familiar, but I can't get a full picture in my head.
Well, it went away a while back, right? But apparently it's coming back.
Oh, everything comes back.
Yeah. And apparently the way they're advertising it to come back is they literally had an AI powered radio station playing AI created music, pretending to be like the station is called the Fizz, Fizz on 106.3 Fizz FM, which here in Los Angeles you could turn on the dial to 106.3 Fizz and you can listen to it. For the month of June. Only for the month of June is the promotional thing. The station is branding as yesterday's pop hits that didn't exist until now, kind of thing. So it's built kind of like a pseudo fake top 40 countdown kind of show thing. So they have like 40 AI powered songs in different genres, pop, rock, and that kind of stuff. And I listened to a little bit of it. You can listen to it online as well if you want to listen online. And it is interesting that this is kind of like a reality now. I mean, a couple of years ago, there was like AI podcasts, AI radio stations, and here it is again. So
interesting.
106.3 The Fizz.
So the sequence of events is they want to bring the soda back. They use AI to create a radio station to create the subliminal, not even subliminal demand in the in the population, in the consumer,
Yeah.
and also they called it the Fizz, which is really on brand. We're really nailing the head and stuff like that. Call it the Fizz and stuff like that. So that's interesting. That's kind of scary too.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
and all the lyrics for the songs have to do with soda. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Here, let's take a listen real quick and see what's playing right now on the Fizz.
Sharing laughs and whispered secrets, and that lemon and lime slice in the air. Time moved on like seasons do. That feeling seemed to fade. Thought those golden moments were just memories made. Thought it was lost, a memory faded in the haze.
Okay, we got the point.
Well, I'm thirsty. I feel thirsty already.
But it is I have to admit it is kind of impressive. You're literally like creating fake songs based on a soda, and it just sounds legit. I mean, we've done that in the past. I'm not sure if you guys heard it because I put it in after credits. But we had like different.
I hear them.
You heard them. So there was for listeners who did hear them, there were like different genre songs of the intro for the Stuff and Junk show that I put in the back end. I had fun with it, but yeah. Okay.
They sound like songs from a dating reality TV show. So that's funny.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what's up.
Interesting. Okay.
You can find this podcast on Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, and YouTube at Stuff Junk Show. You can find me, Albert, on Instagram and Letterboxd at Albert5x5.
You can find me on social media, JIAMINGLOU.
You can find me on social media at Anna Voltage or my other show, Most Extreme Ranking Challenge.
Music has been provided by Gloomy June. Updates, contact info, ways to support us, and everything else is on the show notes found at whowhatwhereswhy.com. Before we wrap things up, I have here a list of 11 banned baby names in the U.S. I'm wondering if you guys will be able to guess what they are.
What do you have against babies?
Why? What? What about me? I mean, what? How did you turn this back to me?
Talk about banned baby names. What's wrong with you?
I mean, these are baby names that are considered illegal to name anybody in the U.S.
You can ban a name and stuff? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It has been ruled illegal.
Albert.
It has been ruled illegal by the U.S. court system.
Interesting. Well, one of them's got to be Hitler, right? You can't name a baby Hitler.
Ding, 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 ding. That is one of them.
Yeah.
Good job. Anna?
Is it Hitler and Adolf? Both of them?
Admittedly, the list here says Adolf Hitler. It doesn't say Hitler and then Adolf.
Any combination of, I think, Adolf and
so
Hitler. So,
are they saying that somebody could name a kid Hitler? It'll be okay because there's no Adolf.
Interesting.
Anna, any guesses?
I don't have any guesses whatsoever.
Jiaming, back to you.
It's all dictators. It's all Mussolini. No Chairman Mao.
Not that. None of that.
The rest must be like maybe slurs, like the F slur and stuff like that.
No slurs. Like there are no slurs here.
Okay, then I have no idea then.
Okay, I'll just list them right here. King. Can't name a baby king. I thought there was a person named King. You can't name a baby queen. You can't name the baby Jesus Christ. Which I guess that's where the stipulation is, right? You can name it baby Jesus because Jesus, but you can't name them Jesus Christ.
I've seen a lot of women named Queen though.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it says right here. Apparently, it's supposed to be legal. Maybe it's a slang or a nickname, Queen.
I don't know.
It's their legal name, Queen. Yeah. Like legally.
I don't know. Where'd you get this? What website did you get this from?
USBirthCertificates.com.
That doesn't sound legit, man. Is it .gov or is it .com?
It says .com.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. You know what? I'm step out for a second. We'll come back to this in 9 months. You know what I mean?
Okay. Next on the list is Roman numeral number 3. I don't know, guys. It's Roman numeral number 3. Not 1, not 2. Roman numeral number 3.
Roman numeral number 3, or we're talking about just the Roman numeral number 3?
Yeah, 3 eyes. 3 eyes.
Oh, it's probably because of it's same thing with Jesus Christ. They're banning the Father, the Ghost, and the Holy Spirit.
Seriously, that's what it means.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Next on the list is Santa Claus. You can't name a kid Santa Claus.
Honestly, I find all this sus. I find this entire list sus. You know, like I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to downtown LA, pay some crack whore, and say, you know what? When you have that kid, name it Jesus. Name it what do you call it, Santa Claus? See what happens.
So the next one here, the first thing that came to mind is the one kid who was named Your Majesty. Do you remember that? Who was that?
Wasn't that Michael Jackson?
Was it Michael Jackson? Your Majesty?
Didn't he? Or was it Prince or something like that?
Somebody. There was some celebrity that named their kid Your Majesty. Do you remember, Anna?
I do not.
Okay. So, because apparently you can't name a kid Majesty.
That kind of makes sense because we broke away from England, away from the royal. Royalty is not a thing in the United States. That might be it. That kind of makes sense in my head.
Oh, Jermaine Jackson.
I guess King. Yeah, I guess King and Queen. I guess it fall under that logic too. So maybe there's something.
Yeah, I don't know how enforced it is because I know people legally have Queen as a name.
Yeah. I don't know.
The person that's named Your Majesty, apparently it's not Your Majesty, it's Jer Majesty. Jer Majesty Jackson. From Jermaine Jackson.
Okay.
I think the pressure should be on Anna now. You know what? Get knocked up and just test it out. Test the waters. You know what I mean?
God. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, we really covered Adolf Hitler. The next one on the list shocked me. Okay, Nutella.
I have no. Isn't that like a fig Newton? I don't know what's Nutella.
Nutella's that chocolate spread, hazelnut spread.
Oh, that thing.
I literally can't name my kid Nutella.
Apparently so, according to this list.
No. Well, what if my kid's really delicious and stuff like that?
I guess if you spell it differently.
What if it comes out and it's like, you look like Nutella?
Yeah.
Like, I really want to name you Nutella, but I can't because it's a band name. What? It's weird.
I don't know. Or maybe separate it to Nut and Ella.
Mm-hmm.
Nutella.
So from this list, the only things that make sense to me is Adolf Hitler, and like I said, there might be a separation of royalty because we broke away from the England. So King, Queen, maybe those things make sense, but everything else I think is kind of sus. So.
Okay, I had 3 more in the names here.
There's 3 more. There's more.
Oh my God, this list never ends.
I said 11. I said 11. Messiah, obviously the Jesus Christ thing.
Okay,
Messiah.
fair.
Then the last two, I'm gonna have to Google why. Okay. But the next one is the @ symbol, like @ email, the @ symbol.
Okay.
What? I don't know. I mean, I thought you can't name a kid emojis or whatever. So why would the @ symbol be a thing? That's even
that might be
listed.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
I think that might be like a documentation thing. I mean, maybe they can't enter that into the public record or anything like that. You know what I mean? That might be it. You know what I mean?
And the last on the list here is the number 1069. Wait, you laugh. Do you know what that means?
No.
Besides the 69
I don't know
part.
anything. Yeah, that's what I laughed at.
I have no idea.
I don't know either. But I mean, like, why 1069 and not 1000 or 1068? Like, what? Why?
In Chinese, 10 is unlucky because it's close to just sounding like death, but I don't know why it's 1069
really?
in the US.
Wow. The more you know.
Yeah. And it's 1069. It's not 11. What if it's like 10? What is it? How do I say that out? 1069. I don't know. All just bad. I don't know. All this seems kind of silly. Besides Hitler.
Kind of silly. Yeah.
Hitler makes sense.
Yeah. I do not know either. But it's just an article that I
Don't make a reason,
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, there you go. 11 band baby names in the United States. All right. This was episode 881, the Stuff and Junk Show. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, this podcast has been a Who It Was By production. Hey, so the Dan thing. Was it 3 episodes or was it 4 episodes?
It was 3.
It was.
I looked online. It was 3. Yeah. I thought they showed at the beginning. I thought they showed a little bit more because the runtime was like 135, right? You saw that, right?
Yeah.
But I see how they padded it. You know what I mean? They padded it with the recap, They showed 10 minutes of the last episode, and then they obviously counted the interview at the end too. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least it didn't completely live off in a really bad cliffhanger. It almost seemed like a complete story at that point.
Yeah.
So
it seemed like it's maybe the first act of a larger sequence. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if you had the same experience I did, but my theater, the audio for it was freaking loud. It was almost like unbearably loud.
Really?
I have no idea why. Immediately, I could have walked out and told somebody about it, but I didn't. I had my earplugs on.
Yeah.
I mean, I always bring my Bluetooth earplugs. So I just kind of put it on my ears and it was fine.
Interesting. Interesting. And it was just a regular screen. I mean, it's a regular format, right? It was an IMAX or Dolby.
It was the regular one.
Yeah.
I just had the audio on full
Interesting.
blast.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was putting up with it for the first 10 minutes or so. And then this is ridiculous. Why am I putting up with this? Yeah. So I put on my plugs. So okay.
That's interesting. I'll see if we are agreement here. What was your favorite one-liner or famous little favorite bit from the 3 episodes?
Oh, geez. I'll have to think about this.
Yeah. I have a clear one. You weren't prepared for this, but obviously, I have one that made me laugh and I had to explain to my nephew afterwards too.
Yeah.
That should give you a hint. It's kind of an old reference.
Oh, there were a couple.
It's a pop culture. I'll give you another hint.
Right. But I mean, I remember it. But there were a couple of ones where I kind of chuckled. So maybe it was one of those.
Yes, it was the grandma doing the martial arts and the style that she yelled out, Jennifer Lopez.
Right. That's
it
right.
Made me laugh and laugh and laugh. I couldn't stop laughing. But that was delightful. It's not. I don't know. I don't know. This is a hot take. But it's not. The first 4 or 5 episodes of the anime was extremely just the best of the best.
Yeah.
These 3 doesn't reach those heights, but it's just it's a joy to watch these episodes and stuff like that. It's a wonderful show.
It is. Hey, Anna.
Hey, Anna. What's going on?
Hello.